You want to find a way to respect hard work without worshiping it. And you also have to know what your real desire is, like I said earlier. Hi, guys. Today, another off the cuff video. And today, I want to talk about our relationship to hard work. Yuck. Yuck. Y'all remember that Kiki Palmer meme when she was like, yuck? Yes, that's how I think a lot of us feel about hard work. But I want us to just have a little chat and think about how we really think about our relationship to hard work. First thing I want to say is your fear of hard work is actually making your life harder. I mean, I get it. As a former engineer, I worked very hard for my engineering degrees, and I also worked hard when I was at my corporate job. Like, let's just be honest. If you're on this channel, you're one of the girlies, like, you're driven, you're motivated, you know how to get things done, you know how to work hard. You can work hard, you have worked hard, but usually because of burnout, we go through this phase where we feel like we just don't want to work at all. We're like, no, no, thank you. Soft life, stay at home wife, like everything needs to be taken care of. And I think that we have to just take another look at that perspective and of our relationship to hard work and get to the root of why we feel like we don't want to work hard. I talked about this before, but we always want to lean towards net neutral on basically everything. You don't want to hold anything too high on a pedestal as like something, the end all be all, the only right way. And you also don't want to hate things or feel like this is something that you absolutely cannot experience or need to avoid, because if you do, like, you feel like you're going to explode or die or whatever. Explode, or like, you just don't want to experience it at all. And being on either ends of those extremes are always going to put you in a position to where you actually are going to have to experience more of that thing so that you can get to more of a net neutral, so you can understand how nothing should be put on a pedestal or nothing should be feared truly in this human experience. So yeah, if you feel called to a softer life, but you also know you've always been driven, you've always worked hard, you are probably just burnt out, and this video is for you. So let's really dive into it deeper. So first of all, when I left my engineering job, I was incredibly burnt out, of course. Of course, I was very burnt out from doing things that I did not want to do. I'm a generator. That's my human design type. And so for a while, I just needed like a minute. I just needed some space. I just needed a break. And there was other things going on at the same time that also contributed to this. So it wasn't just like I was burnt out, but I also had a lot of shame around no longer having a 9 to 5. And I also had worthiness issues. And I also thought I could self-improve my way to being good enough for the life that I said that I wanted. So there was a lot of other things going on at the same time, but also there was this big thing around, I don't want to work hard. Like, I don't ever want to work hard again. Like, I hate this. Work is terrible. A soft life, soft wife. Like, give me all of that. Where is my rich husband to take me away from all of this? And I realized that nobody else could really save me but myself, truly. And that the life that I want to have is one of balance, and it's one where I am able to create and express myself, because I do love creating things. I do love bringing projects to life. I do love working on the things that feel aligned. And so it's not about working hard. We have to redefine what working hard looks like and really think of it as more working in alignment with who we are. Hard work on things that aren't aligned with where we want to go and who we want to be and our passions leads to burnout and exhaustion and feelings of resentment. But hard work on things that are aligned, that we are passionate about, that we are motivated about, leads to momentum and joy and growth and tons of energy. And then also we have to think about how different seasons exist. There are certain seasons where you may be working really hard. You might be working late. You might be working early. You might be working weekends. And then there's slower seasons where you're chilling. I remember when I was launching my affirmation deck, I built the website for my affirmation deck myself. And I was up for about 36 hours, babe, straight, working on the website before launch, because it had to be done. Like, in the weeks leading up to that, when I was working on copy and working on all the other things that go into launching a product-based business. And then now my affirmation decks pretty much run on autopilot. I ship out decks, and they also are in some retail stores. So I don't have to do as much, but it's now something that I did do some work on it for a period of time. That was hard work, But now I'm able to just kind of chill, rest off of that. I get to packing orders is so fun to me. I love packing orders. It's like packing gifts. So there are different seasons. I want to talk a little bit more about chasing softness from burnout. When you are burnt out, the soft life seems like the only way out. It seems like the only path. You're like, the only thing to do is to do nothing and just hope God will figure it out. And sometimes complete surrender and doing nothing is it. But oftentimes, it's not that the strategy should change. It's here it is. It's not it's okay to want a soft life. It's okay to want to only work 20 hours a week or less on average. It's okay to want to have more rest in your life. It's okay to want to be able to go on vacation when you want. But the problem is when you try to dictate how. It's not our job to determine how these things are going to happen, how these things are going to unfold. But we have to trust our intuition and our inspired action and our passions so that we pour our energy into things that excite us. And through doing the things that do feel good to us by following our intuition and doing the things that we enjoy, we will be led to ways to make money easily. We will be led to ways to make money effortlessly. We'll be led to jobs and gigs that are only 10 hours a week, but they pay a great amount of money. But you have to be in alignment. You have to be listening to your intuition to be able to hear those downloads, to be able to hear those actions, to hear those directions. And this is a general rule. What you resist persists. What you resist will persist in your reality. And so I remember when I was adamantly trying to resist hard work by literally doing nothing all the time, that I was only attracting more hard work. I was only attracting more experiences and gigs that required a lot of work of me, or kind of required medium work, but not a lot of money. Like it just wasn't fully aligned. And so you're not looking to avoid all hard work. You're just looking to avoid unaligned work. If you're afraid of all work because you're afraid you'll get burnt out again or it won't feel good, it's going to be very hard for you to create the life that you really want. Don't be afraid of hard work. Be afraid of working hard on things that don't matter to you, to things that aren't aligned. You want to find a way to respect hard work without worshiping it. And you also have to know what your real desire is. Like I said earlier, like for me, I don't believe in exhausting myself to make money. I know that I don't want to make money by being exhausted. I don't want to make money by working 40 hours a week or 60 hours a week, 365 days a year. Like, I just know that's not the way I want to get this money. And could I have? If I really push myself, yeah, in theory, but I know that's not the way I want to get it. I don't want to get it by waking up 5 a.m. every day. Okay, every single day of the year. That's just not me. And for some people, that is what they want to do. And they're here to show that path and live that path. And that feels good to them. But I know for me that I'm a woman, first of all. I'm not a man. And so naturally, our hormones make it very easy for us to see the ebbs and flows of our energy and when we're supposed to be putting in more work and also pulling back a bit from it. And that's what I strive for really in my business as I continue to grow it. And I will say that it's been slower to grow. My business has been slower to grow, but it feels so aligned. And every time it does expand, it's just like it's expanding exactly in the right way. And I continue to attract more and more aligned clients for who I am and the way I operate. And I just feel so blessed and grateful for that. And I also recognize that, like, if you have a garden, what does it take to grow that garden? It takes love, it takes attention, it takes nurturing, and it takes consistency to grow a garden, for a flower to bloom. And so I know that my work does require that as well, but it doesn't have to be this icky hard work thing. And instead of fearing hard work, see it as a tool. Just like I say, everything is a tool. Nothing is completely good or bad. Like, everything is just a tool. It's just something to use to be able to navigate this thing called life. It's a tool. Hard work is a tool. Shame is a tool. Like, all these things are tools that I talk about. And lean into the work that requires love, consistency, and attention, and not the things that require struggle and that feel yucky and icky. And sometimes we will have to do things that are yucky or icky or are really annoying hard work, like maybe cleaning out the garage. Well, that's not even that hard, but to me, that would be terrible. But it's something that's not going to last forever. And that's why I think it's so important to be intentional when you're building your business. And I think why I also had so much struggle with hard work and what that really meant to me, because I was so afraid of building a business that would require hard work. And we see it all the time. We see these people with these 7-figure businesses, and they are working 80-hour weeks. They're doing it all themselves. They're burnt out. They're crashing. Their diet isn't on. They're not able to make time for family and friends. And that fear of what hard work could mean to me really made me like want to shy away from it from a bit. But now I'm able to just see it as a tool, and that there are seasons and there are days and there are times when I will work hard. Like literally last night, I had to stay up and do this proposal that I wanted to get done today. This was after the Super Bowl. Last night was the Super Bowl. I did this from 11 a.m. to about 2:30 that I was working on this proposal because I want to get it done, because this is something that matters to me, because I want that client. Take out the meaning behind hard work and just let it be a tool. The ultimate goal, at least for me, and I'm assuming you too if you're here, the goal isn't to stop working or avoid work. It's to create a life where your work aligns with your joy. And that's been such a powerful experience for me, is like my work aligns with my joy. It's just so good. So respect hard work. Don't glorify burnout. And also don't be afraid to take the time to acknowledge when it is burnout, because sometimes when you don't want to do nothing, and I've also talked about this before, it's because you're burnt out. When you have no ambition, you just want to lay in bed for hours and hours every day. Sometimes it can be because you're just burnt out and you do just need a break. But know that that is not where you're meant to be forever. Everybody in this world has a purpose. Everybody here has a gift. Everybody here has something that they are meant to do and to bring into this world, like something that they are meant to create, even if it's just an experience, or it's just the way that they do the things that they do for their family. But everybody has something that they are here to do. And when you lean into that, you don't mind working hard. You don't mind working on the things that feel good to you and are aligned with you. And so stop viewing hard work as this super negative thing and just view it for what it is, a tool. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.